All right. This is the Celtic Halloween special. I'm going to make sure that everything is loading up on the various sites really quick. Facebook. I have my first person who's logged on. Yay! Oh, and it looks like it is now on Facebook. If someone over on YouTube would pop up and say hello, I would greatly appreciate it. What I didn't get was some water. So I'll be right back while I grab some water. And you can pipe in and say hello. Miranda, Marcia, welcome. Greetings, Will I Am Bo, Kelly, Carol, Rio Horse, Brian Stab, Jack Higgs. Welcome all. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. I really appreciate you dropping in to watch the show. Notice my nice faux leather jacket. The girls are totally in love with the Descendants movie, so I get to be. No, this isn't Elvis. Sorry, this is the I get to be who is it? Hades. So I forget which Descendants my daughters will be, but I get to be Hades, so I get to wear black leather. Oh yeah, welcome Jan, welcome Count Beetle. Oh, Pamela, Moose is here. Alan, Gary, welcome all. I would love it if you would post your comment. Let me know where you are coming from. Awesome, on a big screen. Do me a quick favor and share this video. Welcome, Tammy. And let others know that you are now watching the show. How do you like that we can watch it on both YouTube and Facebook? Is that pretty cool? Greetings, Mario. Welcome, Sharon. This is, of course, our Celtic Halloween special. And, yes, this is the Celtic biker look, you know. There we go. We got Annapolis, Maryland, Avon, Maine. And we have songs about death. Dark when the sky, he rode into the night to see his lover the way. Smell of flowers in the air, he passed without a care across a bridge. Oh, that sad day when his shadow stepped from the rail. From his saddle he sailed and his horse rode off further away. As the man was caught off guard, the shadow struck him hard and his hopes rode off further away. O'er the way, o'er the way, o'er the way, o'er the way, his hopes rode off further away. O'er the way, o'er the way, o'er the way, o'er the way, his hopes rode off o'er the way. Well, a fire burned inside, and he beat the brigand thrice. The heat consumed him o'er the way. Then the man thought he had won, till he felt the brigand's son grab hold of him o'er the way. And his thief took his revenge, and he beat the man unending with a cat o' nine tails o'er the way. Well, he shrieked to the night, bloodied by the fire like a cat, he shrieked o'er the way. O'er the way, o'er the way, o'er the way, o'er the way, like a cat, he shrieked o'er the way. O'er the way, o'er the way, o'er the way, o'er the way, o'er the cat, he shrieked o'er the way. Followed that yell, saw the man lay where he fell, nothing left of the man's shell o'er the way. Well, he laid the body to rest, while his love clutched her breast, or her heart was robbed and killed on that day. Then she breathed her last breath, and blood stained the dress from the lash of the silver man today. As her body fell to the ground, there was an echoing howl of the hounds that howled for them o'er the way. are the way, are the way, are the way, are the way, oh, the hounds hunt for them, are the way, 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 oh, the hounds hunt for them, are the way. Well, the door closed real fast. A brigand and his cash that he robbed with his son hurried away. As they counted out the change, they shouted loud and hallowed names, for they were made rich on that day. Then the son went for his sister, found her dead with her blisters, and the streaks of blood hurried away. Oh, her father couldn't stand, he found a picture in her hand. It was the man they killed, or the way. Are the way, are the way, are the way, are the way, it was the man they killed, are the way, 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 it was the man they killed, are the way, 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 or it was the man they killed, are the way. Greetings all. So you mentioned the sound sounds great. Well, I forgot to plug in my auto harp. I don't know. Maybe I should just leave it unplugged. I might do a song and see how that goes. I had it pretty. I'm glad the sound is awesome. It's sounding good. Does that help or hurt? Let me know what you think about this. Because okay, so Starbase Indie, I know I'm playing on Friday night. I don't know when else I will be playing. So if you do have any questions or comments, I would love to hear them. Feel free to post something anytime. Wow, we're already up to 30 people. Yay! That's fantastic. I don't, a lot of these shows, I think we usually get fewer than that. So it's a great start. I appreciate you coming in and joining me. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these evening shows. So I'm going to do a song. This time I have my auto harp plugged in, and if you find this problem, we can unplug it again after this song. But let's go ahead, and since I am aiming for the Celtic Halloween, at least the start, I'm going to go ahead and do some more traditional Celtic sounding songs before we just kind of go anywhere. And I will take some requests later on in the evening. So Tim Finnegan lived in Walkland Street, a gentle Irishman, mighty odd. He had a brogue both thick and sweet, and a rise in the world he carried a hod. Now you see the sort of a tippler's way, for the love of liquor old Tim was born, and to help him on his wage day, get a drunk with a crayther every morn. Whack for that onion, that's your partner around the floor, you try to shake, bend in the ear to the truth. They tell you lots of fun and Finnegan's way. I don't know why my phone just picked up and said, one morning Tim felt rather foul. His head felt heavy, which made him shake. He fell from the ladder and he broke his skull. They carried him home, his corpse awake. Well, they rolled him up in a nice clean sheet and laid him out upon the bed, with a bottle of whiskey at his feet and a barrel of porter at his head. Whack for the onion, that's your partner around the floor, you try to shake, bend an ear to the truth. They tell you lots of fun and Finnegan's way. Tim's friends assembled at the wake, and Widow Finnegan called for lunch. First she brought in tea and cake, then pipes, tobacco, and brandy punch. Then Biddy O'Brien began to cry, such a nice clean corpse did you ever see? Tim over him, oh, why'd you die? Would you hold your gob, said Paddy McGee. Whack for that onion, that's your partner around the floor, you try to shake, bend in the ear to the truth. They tell you lots of fun and Finnegan's way. Then Maggie Malone took up the cry, oh Biddy, says she, you're wrong I'm sure. Biddy gave her a whop up in the gob and sent her sprawling on the floor. Then civil war did soon engage. It was woman to woman and man to man. Shillelagh law was all the rage, but a row and a ruction soon began. Whack for the onion, after your partner around the floor, you try to shake, bend in the ear to the truth. They tell you lots of fun and Finnegan's way. Then Paddy Maloney ducked his head when a bucket of whiskey flew at him. It missed, landed on the bed. The liquor scattered all over Tim. The spirit's new life gave me corpse from the joy. Tim jumped like a Trojan from the bed, crying when you want to beach girl and boy. A ton of jazz, do you think I'm dead? Whack with it on your head, still pucker around the floor. You're trying to shake, bending the ears. Should they tell you lots of fun and cutting its weight? Whack with it on your head, still pucker around the floor. You're trying to shake, bending the ears. Should they tell you lots of fun and cutting its weight? Woo! Yes, for those who don't know, I am playing every Wednesday. Coffee with the Celtfather. It's at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think it's Eastern Standard. I know there's like something. Thank you, Kelly. Welcome. Who else did I miss that chopped in? Chris. Welcome, Chris. Deborah. Gary. Marcia. Thank you. Yes, I've watched Outlander. We will eventually catch up to the new seasons, but we are a bit behind right now. This is a good sing-along for everyone. And a ghost story, nonetheless, also. Johnny woke with an ache in his head. Bad dreams had made him ill. And he grumbled as he dressed, despite his arrest, as he made his way to the mill. Well, he never wanted to work that day, but the foreman had made himself clear. So Johnny dreamed of the eve to come, when he'd drink him beer after beer, singing, I'll drink from dusk till dawn, I'll drink it till the day's end. Yes, I'll drink from dusk till dawn, I'll drink to the health of my friend. Of course, this and all the songs you've heard so far are on CDs. It was a cold morning, went straight to his bones. Oh, he wished that he had him some ale. Just one fine glass of that stout Guinness would hold him the end of the trail. Well, his mouth had watered with the thought of ale. By the time he'd arrive, he'd decide that not even death could keep him away from his friends and their favorite dive. They'd sing, I'll drink from dusk till dawn, I'll drink it till today's end. Yes, I'll drink from dusk till dawn, I'll drink to the health of my friends. Johnny worked hard all the day, his mind away drinking alone. And he told his friends of the pledge he'd made and the fantasy that kept him afloat. Come hell or high water, I'll drink with you, nothing could keep me away. From the day came to end, he left the friend. Together they walked and they sang. They sang, I'll drink from dusk till dawn, I'll drink it till today's end. Yes, I'll drink from dusk till dawn, I'll drink to the health of my friends. On the road they came to a bridge of rope, and there they met the man with a scythe in his hand and an evil grin. 'Twas old Death who cut Johnny down. Johnny's friend crossed himself, swore to tell the truth, as he retold the story to the bar. And they all recalled Johnny's last words, I'll drink, come hell or high water. He sang, I'll drink from dusk till dawn, I'll drink it till today's end. Yes, I'll drink from dusk till dawn, I'll drink to the health of my friends. Well, the door swung open, a cold wind blew in, and there stood a man unafraid. He called for a beer, they realized when near it was Johnny come back from the grave. Said, you can keep me away from work, but there's nothing I live for me there. But I told you today of the pledge I made, you can't keep a man from his beer. Oh, well, I'll drink from dusk till dawn, I'll drink it till today's end. Yes, I'll drink from dusk till dawn, I'll drink to the health of my friends. Oh, well, I'll drink from dusk till dawn, I'll drink it till today's end. Yes, I'll drink from dusk till dawn, I'll drink to the health of my friends. I'll drink to the health of my friends. I'll drink to the health of my friends. Well, I'll drink to the health of my friends. Welcome, Keith. Yes, some of these I have written. That one is an original song. I do love singing this. And I should point out also, again, that if you enjoy the music, then yes, I do have CDs. You have CDs? That's your part, okay. And you can type it, or you can do it in your seat wherever you're at. The louder and that little hop at the end really makes it. So just keep that in mind. Welcome, Mario. Brian, greetings. So yes, keep that in mind. Now I'm gonna sing a. I know it's Halloween and all. But I think it's time to sing a lullaby, and we're just gonna be a relaxing moment for a sec. Okay, I'm gonna fix this a little bit. But yeah, we'll just have a relaxing moment. This, of course, was written by Daniel Glasser. Hey, and we have hit over 40 people on this stream, so fantastic! Yay! That's I think I've had that on shows in the past, but I think it helps being spread out. I wonder if we can get over 50. So feel free to share. If we can get over 50, that would just blow my mind. Muriel, welcome. Sven, greetings. So this is a lullaby. It is called Close Your Eyes. Welcome, Robert. Ed, greetings. So feel free to close your eyes, just to take a load off, relax. Close your eyes and sleep. There are demons in your dreams. Go to sleep, my darling. There's a demon underneath your bed. The demons in your bed are gonna eat you up. Stay in your bed. There are landmines on the floor. The demons in your bed are gonna eat you up. Greetings, Marc Gunn. Sugar and spice and everything nice. Why do you think we say that? It's so the demons underneath your bed will want to eat you up. You used to have a sister. She wouldn't go to sleep. So the demons underneath her bed ate her up. Welcome, Joey and Jack. Do not call for your mother. Who is it that you think who let the demons in to eat you up? Snakes and snails and puppy dog tails. Who can account for the taste of demons? The demons in your bed are gonna eat you up. Welcome, Gina. Baby, don't you cry, or the demons won't wait till you fall asleep before they eat you up. My father sang this song to me, but he slipped and he fell on a landmine. And the demons underneath my bed ate him up. That is not a blanket. Good night. Fortunately, the girls are already asleep. A little lullaby. They'll only wake up screaming a few times at night. Hey, I should point out that, when you buy a CDs, they go to pay for my daughter's therapy when they grow up. Yeah. So you can head on over to that way. Down here. There. I can't get this. There we go. Celtfather.net. That's where it is. You can find links to CDs. You'll find links to places to how to give tips. And then, of course, you'll also find the links to podcasts and my homepage and all sorts of stuff. Go to Celtfather.net. Quick and easy way of doing just that. All right. Let's see, where do we go from now? I'm going to do my first Halloween song. The song was inspired by Bugs Bunny. I gotta remember what key it is. I keep getting mixed up. I'm pretty sure it's D minor. But the song was written by the episode, inspired by the episode Witch Hazel, and pretty much tells the story of that episode. And I always loved it, so it's called A Rabbit for Halloween. She was someone's daughter once, and so a beautiful thing. Her crooked nose and greener skin, they don't bother me. If she stopped trying to kill me, I wouldn't care one bit. That she was a witch with a tiny hitch, which was a spell-casting itch. Now I'm running through the halls and I'm running through the rooms. I run into a closet and I climb upon a broom. I fly up in the sky across the yellow moon. But a witch's eye with a lustful gleam wants a rabbit for Halloween. She opened up the door and saw I was one ugly witch. But it's Halloween and I trick or treat, my witch master's rich. But her magic mirror on the wall said she's uglier than now. And now I have sweat on my brow from her spell casting down. Now I'm running through the halls and I'm running through the rooms. I run into a closet and I climb upon a broom. I fly up in the sky across the yellow moon. But a witch's eye of lustful gleam was a rabbit for Halloween. You should know that I'm a rabbit and you are just a witch. I know your mama loved you once, so I accept the glitch. But once you drink that potion, your genie on the wall enthralled will whistle his cat call and chase you down the hall. Then you're running through the halls and you're running through the rooms. You run into a closet and you climb upon the broom. Fly up in the sky across the yellow moon. But a genie's eye of lustful gleam wants you for Halloween. Yes, you're running through the halls and you're running through the rooms. You run into a closet and you climb upon your broom. You fly up in the sky across the yellow moon. But a genie's eye of lustful gleam wants you for Halloween. I'm doing that song better. I had a little bit of a practice with it this past week, so that's been kind of awesome. But still, it's I played it in where did I play that? I played that at Interstellar, or did I play it at Brennan's Irish Pub? I don't remember. Any case, let's do something a little a cappella for you. Nice sing along goes like this. Greetings, Matthew. High atop a lonely moor, widow left alone, and in she kept, and as she slept, her pillow heard her moan. Oh, many's the lonely traveler who spent the night with me, but there's no man in all creation who gives content to me. For some can manage once or twice, and some make 3 or 4, but it seemed to me a rarity is the man who can do more. I'd do anything to find him in heaven or in hell. And as she spoke these words, sure she heard her front door bell. And the wind blew cold and lonely across that widow's moor. She never ever turned away a traveler from the door. So boldly ran the widow, and the door she opened wide. And as she did, a tall and handsome stranger stepped inside. Well, she gave him bread and brandy, and when that he was fed, he said, "My dear, now have no fear, it's time to come to bed. For I heard your plea right down below, and I've come to see things right. But you must come to hell with me if I can last the night." She said, "You randy devil, to this bargain I'll agree. For hell on earth, or hell in hell, it's all the same to me." And the wind blew cold and lonely across that widow's moor. She never ever turned away a traveler from the door. So as they tumbled in the bed, the devil he proved well, and he thought before the night was through that she'd be in his hell. But when they came to number 9, the widow cried out, "More!" And when the 12th time came around, the widow cried, "Encore!" At 25, the devil felt compelled to take a rest. But the widow cried, "Come raise your head and put me to the test." At 69, the widow laughed again she cried. The devil said, "Well, I can see just how your husband died." And the wind blew cold and lonely across that widow's moor. She never ever turned away a traveler from the door. At 99, the devil he began to wail and weep. He said, "I'll give you anything if you'll let me go to sleep." But before the morning light was up, the devil hobbled home. The widow, still not satisfied, once more was left alone. She lay there on her pillow and she thought on 99. It's a pity that poor devil couldn't manage one more time. I'll call him up again tonight to see what can be done. With a little more application, we can make it to the ton. And the wind blew cold and lonely across that widow's door, and was never turned away a traveler from the door. But when she called to him that night, no devil did appear. For the first time in eternity, the devil he shook with fear. He said, "Of all the torments I've witnessed here in hell, I never knew what pain was till I rang your front door bell." And the wind blew cold and lonely across that widow's moor. She never ever turned away a traveler from the door. And the wind blew cold and lonely across that widow's moor. She never ever turned away a traveler from the door. Yup. Woo. All right. I do have a brand new CD with the Brobdingnagian Bards. It is called "I Will Not Sing Along." I hope you are singing along. This song is from that album. Thought I'd do a zombie song. This is Andrew and I wrote this long before the Brobdingnagian Bards first split up, and I was one of the reasons I had played it for a bunch of people and they loved it, and I was like, I got to get this song recorded. And so it took 10 years, but I finally got Andrew and I to record it. It sounds fantastic. Go check it out if you haven't. Go to thebards.net. Someone can post a link somewhere for that. But yeah, it is called "The Zombie Love Song." It does make reference to Voltaire, Aurelio Voltaire, who is a goth musical satirist, is how I like to describe him. He writes songs about things sometimes you really shouldn't write songs about. Good evening, Jason. I'm in a graveyard. There is no moon. Something shuffling about, like bats on a tomb, and it's freaking me out. I've had too many horror films lately. So I walk faster, trying to get out of an Evil Dead flick. And just laugh out loud. And here comes this girl, and she's too into me to be living. I know you're a zombie, and I'm feeling oh so wrong. It's just like a lyric Voltaire sings in his songs. Lost in the blood of somebody's brains that my new love is eating today. Don't know how it happened, never thought that I'd fall for a zombie. When she moves close, I hope to cuddle me tight, but instead of a kiss, she just tries to bite me. There's a look in her eye, the one that is still in its socket. I wish that you love me instead of leaving me like steak. You got zombie friends, so a threesome might be great. Lost in the blood of somebody's brains that my new love is eating today. Don't know how it happened, never thought that I'd fall for a zombie. You put all the feeling in necrophilia. Would you please stop the biting, 'cause I think that you're the one. Lost in the blood of somebody's brains that my new love is eating today. Don't know how it happened, never thought that I'd fall for a zombie. Now I'm lost in the blood, lost in blood and brains. All right. We're going to go to Scotland, a nice death song from Scotland, Loch Lomond. Loch Lomond was a... there's different stories I've heard of the origins of the song, but my favorite was a couple soldiers, Scottish soldiers, went to France to fight, and one of them didn't make it back. The other says, you take the high road, I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland before you. On bonny banks and by on bonny braes, where the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond, where me and my true love were ever one to go. On bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Oh, you'll take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland for you, for me and my true love will never meet again. By the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Then that we parted by yon shady glen, on the steep, steep side of in Lomond, where in purple hue the Highland hills we view, and the moon coming out in the gloaming. So you'll take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland for you, for me and my true love will never meet again. Beyond bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Flowers spring, and in sunshine the waters lie sleeping, but the broken-hearted canes near second spring again, and the wakeful may cease frail their cravings. Oh, you'll take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland for you, for me and my true love we'll never meet again. Beyond bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Oh, you'll take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland for you, but me and my true love will never meet again. Beyond bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. But me and my true love will never meet again. Beyond bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. So Matthew on Facebook asked if there's a tipping option, and you know what? I just realized one of the problems with using Restream is that I can't see any of the tips that might come in. I do make a living with music, so your generous tips do help me make a living with it. That's why I say go over to Celtfather.net. You can also send money via PayPal or Venmo. Again, that's on the side of the screen. Oh, somewhere over there. I'm going to really quick look up because I'm kind of curious. Oh, that doesn't even work there. I'm not entirely sure how to see this. But by supporting me, you can give those tips. And I don't know how we do tips for song requests. So I'm going to have to just say, send me if you'd like to do a song request. I think I was doing it at $6 for a song request. You can do it over on YouTube if I can load up the tipping stuff. Is that loading? No, I don't see any tips. So there's nothing. Oh, wait, Robert Wilson. Thank you very much. Carol, thank you so much. You can give tips that way. You can also, again, do it through the, Bandcamp, which is a great option. It's one of the best ways of doing it. I don't know if it's any better doing it through, what's it called? There's the Venmo or something. Carol was asking before the show. She said, what's the best way to tip you? And I was saying, well, I didn't give her an answer because I was busy. But I'm not entirely sure what the best place to do that is, because I know that if you tip through Venmo, there's like no fee unless you pull out the money. So I don't know how that works. But so Venmo might be the best way. Otherwise, but I'm very much a fan of this right here, the Bandcamp. So check that out. All right, I'm gonna switch back over here because this is just distracting, and I got songs to play. So there's a terrible period in Irish history. The English were cutting down all the trees. Trees are very important to the Irish. Number one, for religious reasons, the Druids. Number two, for religious reasons, the barrels that make the whiskey. The funny thing about whiskey barrels is that you can only use them about 6 times, and you pretty much have to toss them. So the Irish were, in fact, the first recyclers. In fact, if you look at the national logo of Ireland, the Irish harp, and you turn it sideways, you get that green recycle symbol. They came up with that. So the Irish took these barrels that once had whiskey and poured cider into it and created a drink called Johnny Jump Up. One day as I went down to Yar by the sea, the sun it was bright and the day was warm. Says I a quiet pint wouldn't do me no harm. Hey, within and I called for a bottle of stout. The barman, I'm sorry, oh the beer's sold out. Try whiskey or Paddy, 10 years in the wood. Says I'll try cider, I've heard that it's good. Oh, I'll never again if I live to be 100 or 110. I fell to the ground. Could not get up, have a drink and a quart of that Johnny Jump Up. Over the third, I made straight for the yard where I'm folks in the brothy, the big civic guard. Come here, boy. Well, don't you know I'm the law? Well, I upped me fist and I shattered his jaw. He fell to the ground with his knees doubled up, but it wasn't I who was the Johnny Jump Up. The next thing I met down in Yore by the sea was a cripple on crutches. He says he to me, I'm afraid for me life. I had been hit by a cart. She had me on down to the Celtic knot bar. Downing a pint of that cider so sweet, he threw down his crutches and danced on his feet. Oh, I'll never again if I live to be 100 or 110. I fell to the ground. I could not get up, had the drink in a car of that Johnny Jump Up. Well, I went up the Lee Road, a friend for to see. at the madhouse in Court by the Lee. And when I got there, sure the truth I will tell, they had the poor bugger locked up in a cell. Said the guards testing him, say these words you can. Around the rugged rocks, the right rascal ran. To him I'm not crazy, to him I'm not mad. It was only 6, 7, 12, 23 pints I had. I'm never again if I live to be 110 I fell to the ground. I could not get up, had a drink and a card, and then Johnny jumped out. Well, a man died the mines by the name of me. Now they washed him, laid him outside on the slab band. After the coroner's measurements he'd take, his wife took him home to a bloody fine way. Never again if I live to be 110 I fell to the ground. Could not get up, had a drink in a car, and then Johnny jumped up. Well, it went a man died the mines by the name of McNabb. They washed him and laid him outside on the slab bed. After the coroner's measurements to take, his wife took him home to a bloody fine way. And on the 3rd of May, I just drew a blank. I'll never again if I live to be 110 I fell to the ground. Could not get up, had a drink and a card, and then Jenny jumped up. I'll never again if I live to be 110 I fell to the ground. Could not get up, had a drink and a card, and then Jenny jumped up. Thank you so much for the tips. I appreciate it. Thank you, Joey. Yeah, I totally spaced on that halfway through the song. That last verse, I just like, my mind just went. It happens sometimes. So I don't know how to do song requests per se, so I'm not going to worry about those tonight. This is something that I will have to think about in the future. So thank you, Matthew, for the tip as well. So I'm just going to, play music and we'll go from there. This one's on my mind, so I want to sing it. It's a Wild Mountain Time. Yeah, the virtual tip jar is over at Celtfather.net. Oh, the summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to poor wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love about by unclear and crystal fountain, and all around the bower a pile of flowers from the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to poor wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love, she won't come, I will surely find another to poor wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to poor wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Will you go, lassie, go? Will you go? Thanks so much. All right, yes, Carol, I will play that song because it just kind of fits. So I do have a specific song that I'm going to play for this show because it is a Reavers drinking song, and it's kind of gory. Seems like appropriate for this sort of themed show. Firefly songs, there we go. It is called the Reaver drinking song. And I don't know all the lyrics, so I'm just going to have to wing some of this. Make sure that that's, yeah, okay, good. Okay. What key do I play this in? I don't know. All right, ready? Be prepared to be thoroughly appalled. Yes, Mario, why I do. I'm trying to blank how this song goes. Okay, I got it. Here we go. All right, are you ready for this? This is the Reaver drinking song. Bash their heads, flay their skins, make them scream in pain. Let them alone and think you're done. Let's start another refrain. Nishka was old and scary, a bad reputation. And then he married a Reaver scream, and his body's gone for cremation. Bash their heads, flay their skins, and make them scream in pain. Let them alone and think you're done. Let's start another refrain. Badger was a businessman, roots in the community. A Reaver ate his little gang, and now he can't even pee. Bash their heads, flay their skins, and make them scream in pain. Let them alone and think you're done. Let's start another refrain. Endurance steak was always rare before I first met him. He met a Reaver, now won't eat steak, he's a vegetarian. Bash their heads, flay their skins, make them scream in pain. Let him alone and think you're done. Let's start another refrain. Fester loved ships and women. He howled when he boarded them. His ship was boarded by Reavers. Now he howls when they board him. Bash their heads, flay their skins, and make them scream in pain. Let him alone and think you're done. Let's start another refrain. Boss Higgins' word was law. What he said was set in stone. Then Reavers hit Higgins' moon. Now that law is written in bone. Bash their heads, flay their skins, make them scream in pain. Let them alone and think you're done. Let's start another refrain. Banty and Mingo are fine twins. You can't tell one from each other until they met a band of Reavers. Now Mingo's the prettiest brother. Bash their heads, flay their skins, make them scream in pain. Let them alone and think you're done. Let's start another refrain. Jubal was a bounty hunter, a sadist through and through. He rambled about philosophy while Reavers started to chew. Bash their heads, flay their skins, and make them scream in pain. Let them alone and think you're done. Let's start another refrain. No mercy, they all were weak, cattle for the slaughter. Open them up and look inside. I think I see Harry Potter. Bash their heads, flay their skins, make them scream in pain. Let them alone and think you're done. Let's start another refrain. There you go. The Reavers drinking song. If you want to hear that song as the original rough take recording that I made, become a patron, a gun runner. over on Patreon. Again, Celtfather.net. That's everywhere you need to go. Sign up there. Just $5 a month, and you'll get all the songs that I put out, rough recordings of them, as well as the final versions when I put something special together. So there'll be a bunch of those. You get podcasts and lots more. Actually, a couple podcasts a week, in fact. So go check that out. All right, Celtfather.net. I think we have a time for a couple more songs. I did have a request outside of here, and I'm going to go ahead and do a couple songs that were requested offline. So since the requests and such just not going to work well here, so we're just going to have just fun with it. This song was written because it's because I was trying to write a song for people like me and Malcolm Reynolds, people who have guys who have trouble expressing how they feel. She's shiny, oh so shiny. But don't say a word, I'm in love with that girl. Yes, she's shiny, oh so shiny. She keeps me spinning round and round in a whirl, carrying the weight of heartache from her past, running towards a future that won't last. What a beaut, that girl makes my heart soar. She lights the night like a brightly shining star. 'Cause she's shiny, oh so shiny. I don't say a word, I'm in love with that girl. Yes, she's shiny, oh so shiny. She keeps me spinning round and round in a whirl, dressed up for a fancy ball in the dark of night. I'm gonna pull my punches 'cause I love to fight. Before I knew things got out of control, I set my sights on making it out whole. 'Cause she's shiny, oh so shiny. I don't say a word, I'm in love with that girl. Yes, she's shiny, oh so shiny. She keeps me spinning around and round in a whirl. Sometimes she doesn't like the way I deal. Sometimes she lets me know it's steel. Sometimes she sets good men on fire. Climb aboard and she'll ride down your spire. 'Cause she's shiny, oh so shiny. I don't say a word, I'm in love with that girl. Yes, she's shiny, oh so shiny. She keeps me spinning around and round in a whirl. Found her down in that dirty place. Head down, a feeling of disgrace. I looked inside and I saw hope in her eyes. I knew right then that firefly would fly. 'Cause she's shiny, oh so shiny. I don't say a word, I'm in love with that girl. Yes, she's shiny, oh so shiny. She keeps me spinning round and round in a whirl. Yes, she's shiny. Oh, 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 so shiny. Don't say a word, I'm in love with that girl. All right, in case you didn't hear, I broke a string. So I'm going to do one final song for you. I hope you enjoyed it, but I do want to point out again that I do make a living as a musician, so any tips or CD sales do help to pay for what I do. I also have these, which are coming soon. My Celtic, I got to put it in someplace black in the behind it. There we go. Woo, there we go. This is one of the new ones. It's a butterfly with some gems in there. I can't see it really well. But I have a whole bunch of these that are coming soon to a necklace near you. There we go. So pretty. Look at my necklace. My Celtic heartstring necklaces, they are made from the broken strings of my heart. My auto heart. So if you'd like to support my art, that's another way you can. I will have those up in the days to come. Stay tuned for that. I'm going to do one final song. This is kind of a sad song, but I feel it's necessary to close up the show with this song. So I do hope that you had fun, and if you enjoyed it, there are more Celtic Halloween specials over on YouTube. You can go check that out. This will be part of the playlist very soon, so stay tuned for that. I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. And then the witch doctor, he told me what to do. He said, ooh, ew, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ew, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ew, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ew, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. I told the witch doctor you didn't love me true. I told the witch doctor you didn't love me nice. And then the witch doctor, he gave me this advice. He said, ooh, ew, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ew, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ew, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ew, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. You've been keeping love for me just like you were a miser. I'll admit I wasn't very smart. So I went out and found myself a guy who's so much wiser. He taught me the way to win your heart. My friend the witch doctor, he taught me what to say. My friend the witch doctor, he taught me what to do. I know that you'll be mine when I say this to you, oh baby. Ooh, ew, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ew, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ew, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. You've been keeping love for me just like you were a miser. I'll admit I wasn't very smart. So I went out and found myself a guy who's so much wiser. He taught me the way to win your heart. My friend the witch doctor, he taught me what to say. My friend the witch doctor, he taught me what to do. I know that you'll be mine when I say this to you, oh baby. Ooh, ew, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ew, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ew, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ew, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ew, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ew, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ew, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ew, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. I lied, I have one more song. Just because I wanted to do a song. I walked down the dusty old road. I didn't know what I'd find or where I'd go. Tree limbs hung low and they blocked my view. I saw you through the branches and I wished I knew you. You wrote your name on my soul and I feel like I'm out of control. You wrote your name on my soul, that's what it is, so I'll go with the flow. together in the shadows I'm sure I couldn't see. You stepped closer and your beautiful face looked up at me. I took your hand and mine, we wandered off down the road. It feels so right, it's like I've always known ya. You wrote your name on my soul and we laughed as I twirled you about. You wrote your name on my soul and held your breath as I touched your mouth. Through the wheels of time we traveled the globe as we reeled through life, adventures overflow. Our love only grew, oh how our love it grew. How did you know that I would be so in love with you? We walked through fields of green as high as our knees. In the valley of love we sat beneath a tree. Our lips were red from cherries and a long kiss. We lay there for hours till the stars shone down on our tenderness. You wrote your name on my soul and I saw it in the constellations. You wrote your name on my soul and my blood is pumping elation. Part. Name on my soul, name on my soul, you wrote your name on my soul, name on my soul, a little louder, name on my soul, name on my soul, you wrote your name on my soul, name on my soul, name on my soul, name on my soul, on my soul. You wrote your name on my soul and I don't know what you did to me. So, name on my soul, you wrote your name on my soul, but it's all that I was meant to be. You wrote your name on my soul and I'm happier than I've ever been. So, name on my soul. You wrote your name on my soul and our story will never, never end. Name on my soul, name on my soul, my soul. Name on my soul, name on my soul. You wrote your name on my soul. My soul, name on my soul, name on my soul. You wrote your name on my soul. Woo! Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you had fun and happy Halloween, Samhain, or whatever you celebrate. And I will be look forward to doing this again next year, and I'll be back with more shows. Coffee the Celtfather on Wednesdays. I'll try to get to it, an evening show sometime next month, so stay tuned for that. I'll talk to you later, Slancha.